Hey, did you do dry January? With the month almost over, if you're interested in continuing to explore your relationship without alcohol, a local expert can help. Amanda Kuda of Unbottled Potential is here for a conversation. Amanda, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie.
Let's talk about how you became a leader specifically for women in sobriety, because you've been on this journey yourself a while now.
Yeah, I have almost 9 years alcohol-free, and it was a complete accident that I started to become a leader in the alcohol-free space. I have a background in business coaching and marketing and communication, and I had started a personal development journey really clear that I wanted to live a better life, and had lived in Austin just about a year when I realized that going out on Rainy Street was the popular thing back then.
I think it still is.
Yeah, no shade to Rainy Street. That was not going to cut it for me. And so I decided to stop drinking dry January 2017 and began to share about that journey online. And wouldn't you know it, there were people who didn't quite affiliate with having a problem or needing some sort of recovery help that just wanted to quit drinking. And so I started getting all of these DMs and messages about how I was doing what I was doing, because even though I didn't have a dependency on alcohol, it was still kind of fringe to quit drinking. And so I used my background in coaching and communication and marketing to create a program and to create a philosophy around being alcohol free.
That's wonderful. And I think people from time to time will see me sip something here on the show, but I actually I haven't had a full drink myself in about a year and a half.
And how do you feel?
I feel really clear upstairs.
Yep, yeah, that'll do it.
Nothing wrong with that. But I do know a lot of people try dry January, and I'm so glad that that's where your journey started, because we're kind of hitting on that anniversary. Tell me kind of what you hear from clients or potential clients, other people that you talk to around this time as they're reevaluating their relationship with alcohol.
Sure. For me personally, and I think that this is the trap that a lot of people fall into, we think that we'll quit drinking for 30 days and boom, everything will be doves and unicorns, and we'll be able to kind of reset our drinking. Our skin will be glowing. We'll have all this energy. We'll sleep like a baby. And the reality is, if you've been drinking even at a moderate but consistent rate for any amount of time, that's not really enough time to reset your relationship with alcohol. And so some people start to get a little down in the dumps. They're happy that they did the 30 days, but they're like, where's the great sleep and glowing skin and tremendous weight loss? Where's my six-pack abs? And so they get a little discouraged, and sometimes they'll use the 1st of February as a way to treat themselves and maybe try to moderate. But for the most part, anyone who's done dry January is somewhat curious about what it would be like to live an alcohol-free lifestyle. And so my encouragement is always, why don't you keep going a little while longer and give your body the chance to truly recover? And as you know from giving up alcohol, sometimes that takes 3, 6, or 9 months for your body and your mind to actually start to see the benefits.
It's true. Yeah, the great sleep. My brother did dry January a couple years ago, and he was angry at the end of dry January. He was like, where are all the positive benefits? I'm just going to go back to the IPA.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I like the idea of extending it just to kind of see what's going on.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of explore your mental space. And there are so many good mocktails out there now, or alcohol-free options. I've gotten to the point, y'all, where I'm just ordering Shirley Temples, and sometimes people will look at me a little sideways, but you know what? It tastes good to me and doesn't have caffeine, so I can have it for dinner. Yeah, I know. Gives me a couple of options. So let's talk about the mocktail that you brought with you today, because it's perfect for the cold time of the year.
Yes, we just came through a little cold burst here in Austin, and a lot of people have been under the weather. So this is going to be a non-alcoholic version of a hot toddy, and it's using a local botanical called Tennyson.
Oh, I didn't know this was local.
Yeah, so these guys are great. They made this nice in a specialty spirit. It's a liquid botanical blend, sugar-free, really tasty alternative. And today we've added a little bit of fresh apple cider to it, some lemon juice, and then we're going to add some cinnamon sticks and have a little drink.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's get everything poured in. And I'm seeing these beautiful, like, fresh fruits and gingers and things like that over here. Is that the botanical stuff that goes into Tennyson?
Exactly. Okay. So it's a really bold and complex and sophisticated blend that I think that what we miss a lot when we're not drinking alcohol is kind of that fiery, the kind of warmth that it gives you. And so they really nailed it with this. And adding in the hot apple cider, it's just going to give you a little something special there.
And you and I are going to have to talk afterwards about these ceramic little mugs. They're gorgeous.
Are those nice?
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, so good.
Yeah, genuinely, it feels like a hot toddy. That's really good. Okay, I want to make sure that we talk about your book and that we talk about your podcast of the same name. So let's first focus on the book.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wrote this book after knowing that I'd put something really special together in my alcohol-free journey that was spiritual, it was shame-free, it was really opportunity and optimistic focused. And so I wanted to write a book, and this book is called Unbottled Potential. It's all about breaking up with alcohol so that you can break through to your best life. And I found that being alcohol free for me just opened up this world of clarity. It opened up an ability to have better, more connected, more vulnerable relationships, for me to understand what I really wanted in my life in terms of career and lifestyle and all of these things that I had just kind of been going with the herd on before. All of a sudden I had this different perspective on how I wanted to live, and I knew it was kind of my responsibility to share that with other people. And so I put it all into a book. I did the painstaking effort of writing it all down, and that was like an episode of therapy, let me tell you that, but it came out really nicely, and I really love sharing it with people. It is just all about all of the great and wonderful things that you can step into in terms of your potential if you decide to go alcohol free.
And so would this be for someone who's sober curious, who maybe is just on the path? You said for me, for example, mine is kind of medicine-induced alcohol freeness. So kind of embracing it with confidence instead of feeling like it was something forced upon me.
Yeah, exactly. Because if we, sometimes it can feel like a punishment that we don't get to drink alcohol anymore. And I didn't want to take that approach. I didn't want there to be any shame to it. So I wanted to share all of the ways that we might get stuck in the mindset of drinking and feel like we need or deserve alcohol no matter what reason we choose to quit drinking, and offer some exercises and a path forward to really see why there is so much possibility in being alcohol free. So it's great for someone who's sober curious, great for someone who's already quit drinking and just kind of needs a little tune up in their mentality and some exercises to help them get to the next step. And also, just really good for anyone who's wanting to reconsider their relationship with alcohol with a shame-free approach.
Love it. Okay, and then in our last 15 seconds here, of course, you also have the podcast where you're working hard there too.
Yeah, a podcast by the same name, Unbottled Potential, where I share personal development secrets, spirituality hacks, and interview other people who are living an alcohol-free lifestyle.
Sounds good to me, Amanda. It's really awesome what you're offering.
Thank you.
There's so much to do here in Austin, and I like that you're offering a different side to it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, learn more about the programs and resources that Amanda has to offer at amandakuda.com.